All right, today we're doing a bumper. Everybody thinks it's so complicated and you got to buy one out the box when you can just make it yourself with the tools you have and the hands you were given. Whip these up on my CNC plasma. If you don't have a CNC plasma or you even fabricating, you're gonna snippet this shit together. Cut that. Whoa! Ta-da! Else, if you have an international, this bumper's not gonna fit. That's it. You stop filming now. The like super explosive intro. It's like, today on Full Size Fab, we make a bumper. And then it goes to stuff like this. I didn't even have caffeine this morning. How do I explain this in Power Block TV?
Dramatic.
Dramatic. The idea with the bumper here is kidding. We're going for a simple bumper, a farm truck bumper. It's going to be a C-channel base with a top plate, probably put some D-ring mounts and a receiver tube, or we might go old school hooks. I don't know. We'll just see what we have time for.
I don't know if we'll have enough time.
We only got 30 minutes an episode.
Yeah, no, it's a 15-minute episode. They do about 15 hours worth of work in 15 minutes. It's TV.
This is only going to take you a couple hours.
It's going to be flat off the frame rails, and then we're going to taper it into the ends, flatten it out of the sides, put a top plate, deck it out with some accessories, but the base of it is going to be plain Jane farm truck utility bumper, something that you'd be able to push something else with. Your two-wheel drive lowered cab chassis that'll probably get stuck on wet grass, but there's not enough room for a winch, so well, there is room for a winch if you want to cut all this fancy stuff out, but I just don't feel like doing that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a bumper out of really expensive tools. Wait, that's the top. I gotta go to the other side. Cut that. We just finished this awesome farm truck C-channel bumper. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! It's done. We're starting off with a piece of 6-inch C-channel, and we've made some notches, some 45-degree notches in it, and we're going to heat this up with an acetylene torch and bend these wings in at a 45, well, not a 45, a desired degree to where it looks nice, because we measured a little bit and then that's it for the measuring. We're done measuring. This is all winging it now. So we're gonna grab the torch, bend these in, start making a bumper. Oh, you're bending me a torch? Whoa! All right. Cut! Now that we used the flamethrower on the bumper, got our desired angles for our sides, we start to see what the base of this bumper is going to look like. So next is we're going to take this bumper and we're going to cut these wings off flush with the fenders. Now, this truck being a 1950 with all the dents and bruises and scratches it's got, it's not going to be perfectly the same. But that's okay, because I'm building the bumper for this truck and not for anybody else. If you have an international, this bumper's not going to fit. We're going to kind of eyeball it, because we don't measure. We're going to eyeball where the grill ends and make a nice straight cut, and then we can start working on our top plate and then gussets and all the other goodies. That's it. You can stop filming now. So this is an update on the international front bumper. I finished it up. With everything going on with my move and all that other stuff, I didn't have really time to do a whole lot to it. I just kind of finished it up. If I want to add a winch later, I can. If I want to add a receiver tube, I can. If I want to add lights, I can. But this is basically the design I was wanting to go with. I think the time-lapse video I got last just covered the base, and then I decided that I wanted to do uprights just in the center that matched the grill width. I didn't get a chance to go over it like I wanted to, but I'll kind of talk about the design a little bit. So a buddy of mine built a bumper for one of my old 88 to 98 Suburbans that had this almost exact identical upright. I wanted to go with the same kind of design, but this one I did a little differently. The uprights are overkill. So the uprights are actual double layered 1/4 inch plates. So there's a 1/4 inch plate that's the actual design, and then there's a 1/4 inch plate overlay that's a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around, and it's welded to the other 1/4 inch plate. Yeah, it's just really thick. It's going to be able to take a pretty high impact without damaging the bumper. The frame, not so much, but the bumper will be solid. Wanted to keep it basic, keep it kind of that farm truck, ranch truck look. But yeah, the bumper is done for right now. It's bolted up, 100% solid, and I'll put the big lights on there. But for now, that's just how it's going to sit. I've got to move this thing across country, so I'm just trying to button up a few things that I was in the middle of working on. And then I need to focus on getting the motor closed up, because right now the intake's exposed and stuff. So I'll probably build an intake for it here, get that motor completely buttoned up, get all the random parts from the inside. I mean, let's see here. I've just got a stack of parts in here. So get that all cleaned up. Oh, I've designed, this is generation 1 battery tray. This is my temporary battery mount setup that I want to do. Eventually, this thing will have a flatbed, and I'll probably have a big underbody box right here. And I want to have the battery and then like my onboard air compressors and stuff all kind of in the same box. That way everything's all protected and stuff. But this is the battery mount for now. So close to starting. I just need to get a laptop and do some HV tuner stuff and, you know, learn all that fun jazz. So it's close to running, but I've got a million things going on. I've got a motor rebuild that I'm doing on my Silverado because that motor is just tired and I've got to drive that cross country. And I've also decided that we're going to drive the red Suburban cross country. So the next couple videos are going to be getting that thing ready. I might time lapse the engine build. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm hopefully going to get some pistons in it today. Get the engine rebuilt for the Silverado and a few little things buttoned up on it, and it's good to go. And then the Redbird just needs a couple little bits here and there. Exhaust needs to be tweaked. I just got the AC. I'm gonna make a quick video on the cooling fans I just put on it, but the Redbird's getting some updates, so you're gonna see a couple videos on that. And then we're gonna hopefully make an effort to videotape us driving that thing cross country. I got a couple buddies of mine. They're all down for the excursion, the 24-hour drive. So fingers crossed it makes it, but at least I'll have some buddies of mine with me to where if we get stuck, we get stuck, but we'll figure it out. So, but that's the bumper right now as it sits. Like I said, if I do work on it, it's just going to be buttoning up some stuff. If I videotape it, cool. If I don't, the next time you'll see this thing is going to be in Michigan. So we'll see you later.